The flight that changed how I saw Alaska. I still remember that call. We were dispatched toward the outback near Nome. A family in desperate need of medical help. No details, just urgency. Our crew that day was small but capable. Pilot, co-pilot, and a med tech riding along in the back, ready for whatever we'd face. We loaded what supplies we could into the MH-65, lifted off from Kodiak, and set course through a long stretch of overcast skies. It took about an hour and 45 minutes. The kind of flight where you're alone with the hum of the rotors and your thoughts. When we finally reached the homestead, the scene felt frozen in time. A cabin surrounded by snow and silence. Smoke barely rising from a tired chimney. A woman stood outside, waving both arms. And even before we landed, I could sense the panic and hopelessness in her face. Inside, the small cabin was warm, but the air was heavy. That kind of stillness that tells you something's wrong. A little boy lay in the bed, maybe 8 or 9 years old. His parents whispered that he'd had an infection that wouldn't heal. They'd done everything they could. But out there were no doctors, no medicine, no chance to get him to help in time. I remember stepping closer, resting my hand gently on his arm. His skin was still warm, deceptively so. But when I tried to move him, I realized how stiff his body already was. That's when it hit me. My chest tightened. It was the first time I'd ever touched someone so young who was gone. My first experience with death in its most innocent form. Our med tech stood beside me, silent. There was nothing left to do. My co-pilot and I went back to the helicopter, brought in one of the body bags we carried for missions like this. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done. Placing that little boy inside. Zipping it closed while his mother cried softly in the corner. We carried him to the helicopter, strapped him in as carefully as we would any passenger, and flew back to Kodiak in silence. I can still see the faint light of dusk over the snowfields as we flew home. The kind of light that feels endless in Alaska. The hum of the helicopter that day wasn't just noise. It was grief, echoing through metal and sky. That mission changed me. It opened my eyes to what search and rescue really means. Not just pulling survivors from the sea or finding lost hikers in time, but being there when time is already run out. It's about facing the truth that in Alaska, life isn't fair. The wilderness is both breathtaking and brutal. The next Coast Guard rescue will be regarding a sinking fishing boat in snowstorm conditions. Semper Paratus. Always ready.